In this video, we will discuss strategy for upcoming mains on 7 January in brief. So first thing, don't wait for the result. Start your mains preparation ASAP, right? ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आप बोलोगे रिजल्ट आने दो बाद में मैं आराम से करूँगा. So don't think like that. Start your mains preparation right now because this year most of the people are not very sure whether they will clear prelims or not. Some are scoring around 90, right? Some are scoring around 90 to 95, so they don't know whether they will be in or out, right? So this is the time till result you can take some advantage by preparing it mains, right? So first thing you should do is prioritize subjects papers. Like optional is very important because out of 500 you can score 300 plus, right? Anthropology 322, 320, in history 301, people have got these kind of marks, right? So for optional you can get more marks, so give more weightage to the optional. We have discussed in a plan also, so you can refer that video. Then make one page note on each and every topic subtopic mentioned in the syllabus exclusively, and subtopics and some small parts which you can think themes of mains from UPSC previous year questions, right? So one syllabus point and whatever topics subtopics are important for UPSC mains on that particular topic you need one page note. Then analyze previous year questions on that particular topic. For example, if it is topic is comparison of Indian constitution with constitution of others, so analyze previous year questions on that particular topic and just understand what kind of depth is required, how much content is required, and whatever that aspects, and then refer toppers copy, right? So again you can do one more thing, toppers copy of that particular topper who is topper in GS2, like one who has scored 130 mark in paper 2, refer his copies and just think why he is getting 130 marks. So what all is required to get 130 marks in GS2, right? And try to inculcate in your one page note, right? And paper wise you can search toppers paper wise, like someone in scoring 123 in GS4, so you should refer his copies from vision, GS score, inside, whatever you will get his copies, you search his copies and go through it, right? And always think of basic minimum content initially, like one page note, at least 5 points for each and every topic. At least you should be able to write an average answer. Don't think of perfection, don't think of model answer. There is nothing like perfect answer, perfection in notes and all. This is not like PSD kind of thing, right? UPSC need only basic minimum and you can add value to that. That is latter part, but initially you should have basic minimum content for each and every topic, mains, GS as well as mains optional, right? Now you can start with optional initially because during the prelims preparation you have not touched it. Again, those GS topics which were not overlapping in the prelims, like governance, society, world history, post independence, disaster management, internal security, right? These topics you can start with because, and most important is ethics. You can start with ethics now because throughout your prelims preparation you have not touched ethics, right? Then current preparation, it should be issue based, right? Why? Because almost everywhere every month you will see farmers protest issue. If you are not covered initially, you will read every time that will come in the newspaper, editorial or monthly magazines. So you should prepare issue based current affairs, right? Then again important thing is consolidation of your content, whatever you have learned during your preparation or throughout your preparation. So consolidate it under particular heading, like here in one page note you can add that particular content, whatever prelims facts, data, reports, whatever you have gathered, so just consolidate at one place, right? So prelims preparation, don't keep prelims books and sources aside, right? They are again important for the mains because these are very helpful to substantiate or to what we call as add on to your answers. Then don't make separate notebooks, like for examples, case studies, data. You will say like I will add all data in one book, one case studies in one book, one examples in one book, and you think like in exam when you will write one question on inclusive growth, I will remember the data which I have noted in that particular notebook, right? So it is very difficult to do it in actual exam. Rather than that, what you can do, you directly, for example, if it is data related to growth, directly add in one page note where you have written inclusive growth, right? So that whenever you will read inclusive growth, you will read that data. So that if there is question on inclusive growth, you can easily remember that data, right? So it is directly, initially it will take some time to take these examples, case studies, data and add in one page note of that particular topic like inclusive growth. But once you do it, so then it will be only revision, 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 right? So don't worry at all about it. Then we'll come to the revision towards end. Then with respect to answer writing, whether you should start answer writing right now or you should wait. Like in UPSC, most of the people think initially I will read, I will prepare it perfectly and then I will start answer writing. So this will not happen in UPSC, or this will not work in UPSC. So whatever you read, you should start answer writing, not daily actually, but after 3 days, 4 days, you take direct test, comprehensive test or whatever, like 250 mark test. Why? Because writing answers daily or like 10 answers or 5 question answers per day or after 2 days, and writing one test of 20 questions 250 marks within the 3 hours is a completely different experience. So rather than writing daily, take 3 to 4 days gap or sometimes 5 days gap and directly start writing tests, right? So you are more aware about which test to take and all. I will not discuss that, but start writing, because sometimes questions even after reading you will not be able to solve it, answer it correctly. So you need to have that approach to start writing answers even if you are aware about it or you are not aware about it, right? In actual exam like prelims, you will see some kind of bouncers, 2-3 questions per paper which you have not heard, which you have not read properly, right? So you have to attempt these questions there. So start attempting question in test also without preparation, right? Without preparation in the sense, without preparation of all topics. For example, you are taking modern India, one test on modern India, 20 questions, right? And you are not able to revise all modern India. If you are able to finish only 75%, so read 75% and try to attempt these 20 questions. Initially you can attempt around 15 to 16 questions, it's okay. As and when you will start attempting more and more tests, your number of attempts will again increase, right? So start writing test right now. Then test series. So while preparing for the test series, same thing, like even if you are not able to prepare all the topics, whatever topics you prepare it in such a way that next time when there will be test on modern India, you don't need to prepare this again. Only thing should be revision, right? Then you can focus on this 25% of the topics which I have left. You can prepare it and you just revise it and take modern India test next time. Then experiment in the test series, try different ways what will work for you. Like you can initially start with answers for geography questions, you can start with society questions only, both 10 mark and 15 mark. Next time you can start with question number 1. Next time you can directly start question number 11, which is of 15 marks, right? So experiment yourself and just see what works best for you, and that you should do in UPSC exam, right? Then balance your preparation. Balancing in the sense, don't think like this paper is not getting good marks, so I will focus only on that paper. So these things are not in your hand, because UPSC has these scaling methods and you never know which paper they will take up and which paper they will bring down. But mostly they are taking GS4. Why? Because it ethics paper, and UPSC want people who are getting good marks in ethics to get more advantage. For example, if you are getting 80 mark, one student is getting 80 mark in ethics and other is getting 90 mark in ethics before scaling. And if they start multiplying by 1.5, you will get 120, you will get 135. So here difference was only 10 mark in actual marks, but after scaling it has become 15 marks. That is the purpose of UPSC, to promote the people who are getting good marks in ethics. So mostly this trend will continue, getting good marks in ethics, but you should not neglect other GS subjects also. Sometimes they can take GS3, they can scale up it and people will start getting average 120 marks. So there you should not lose your competition and marks. That's why balance your preparation with all, like optional, GS, essay, everywhere you should be prepared in a such a way that even if UPSC does this up and down scaling, you will not be suffered from that, right? So coming to the revision, what I feel personally with respect to revision is, you should do revision ASAP at zero, like you are finished one chapter within 1 hour, immediately revise it. Then next day, after 7 days, you should revise it. After 15 days, you should revise it. After 1 month, you should revise. After 2 months, you should revise, right? For mains, after around 2.5 months or after 80 days, you will write directly in the exam, right? So this might take more time to finish all the syllabus, but you don't have to worry. Even just before, like on 78th day, you are finishing your last chapter, you don't have to worry about it, because all other topics you have already gone through 4 to 5 times, right? And as and when you do it immediate revisions, your chances to retain are very high. If there is a lot of gap, chances to retain will come down, right? So this is a scientific method of revision. So start revising on daily, weekly, 15 days, 1 month, 2 months, right? Then coming to the next videos, we'll start with one series news that we can use. We are actually uploading daily news on the Telegram, but I'm not able to explain there. So I will start explaining with this. And again, I'm thinking of starting on weekly essay series. So I will discuss one topic per week for the essay, how you can approach that particular topic, right? And you can join our Telegram channels, UPSC Made Simple, and one forum, that is discussion group forum at UPSC, right? So thank you very much.